Hello, my friends. Welcome to 1947 Gran Premio di Napoli. This is Dario. Hello, hello. We are driving a Ferrari, guys. I'm so happy. I've been a tifosi since I was a kid. So finally driving a Ferrari here is a dream come true. Now this car is pretty nervous though, and the first impressions that I have, we have 30 minutes as you can see. I'm just gonna show you the car.
Okay, let's get going. To start the engine,
Yes.
press and hold the extra A button for up to 5 seconds.
I have a livery since we're racing as a Spaniard, Dario Allende. I have a livery that's been made by Lily. Thank you very much. With the Spanish flag in there, you can see. And it looks pretty dope. Now, the first impression that I had when I first tested this car is that it really feels like it's a car screaming to take me to a track. Let me fly at Monza or well, Spa, Nürburgring, that are not really tracks, you could say, but you know what I mean. Instead of this narrow, twisty, small circuit, city circuit, urban race that it feels constrained. It feels very nervous. I did race here in Interwar with an Alfetta. I had an awesome race there. I led for 20 laps and probably one of the best races. I had a good pace. However, I ran out of rubber and I didn't go in to change tires. In the end, I lost the third position in the last lap, which was disheartening. But I remember that race with very fond memories. It was pretty cool. However, this car is much harder to keep on track here, and let's see what we can do. I'm gonna show you this car now. Has a lot more options to choose from with compared to the T35. Now we have 4 Ferraris and everybody else are Bugattis, right? The Bugatti T35, we raced everybody at Chimay, the first race of the season. No, Chimay was an open. I don't remember what we did, but we raced two races for 1947, and everybody was with the T35 for the championship races. Now there were 4 Ferraris, and the people who are at front in the standings, the overall standings, we were able to choose the Ferrari. Now next year for 1949, I believe there are gonna be 6 Ferraris. So it's now or never, guys. We have 2 championship races and 2 open for 1948, and for the championship races, we are 4 Ferraris and 3 places in the podium. I need to beat 1 Ferrari to get into the podium, and yes, this race or the next one, because it's gonna get harder. They are very much faster than me, like Kreuzner. They're faster guys. Charles Weston, George Hope, that is not here today. Those guys, when they get the same car or with the same car, they're gonna beat me unless they have some issues. So let's see. But anyway, for this race, my idea, I hope, because I failed last time, my idea is to go with full fuel for the full race. I mean, I did test that with 10 liters, the car started to the engine sputtering, not enough fuel getting into the engine, so I'm loading more fuel that I need to avoid that and make it to the end of the race. Tires, well, I didn't reach 20 laps in my mock races because I crashed. I always crashed, so that's gonna be the deal. I think for the numbers that I've seen, the tires should last the whole race, but what I don't know if I'm gonna be able to avoid crashing. I'm gonna take it very easy. The car's coming, especially the first lap with cold tires. It is very slippery. There are the 2 Ferraris. Let's see if we can follow them. Oi. Well, I don't want to do that on the first lap. I didn't see it. Barney Ragnarsson is the fastest by a country mile. Unless something happens to him, I don't believe we're gonna see him. Very, very slippery the first lap. For me, the race starts at 5 a.m. It is, I already said I'm Spanish. I live in China though. Everybody having a lot of issues. Better now than in the race. Very, very slippery coming out of the gate. Here we might have to do a closer, a tighter corner to avoid the people getting past. I had an issue there one race, I remember someone. Yeah, but I noticed very, very slippery on the first lap with cold tires. So first lap we're gonna have to be very, very careful. And the car is very, very loud in my ears. It sounds racy. It really sounds like a race car. This always is tricky. Well, the whole track is very nice. It's very tricky though. Alright. Here I was having troubles yesterday. After 10 laps or so, for some reason. I don't know if maybe the brakes. Even though I never got them in the red. To another lap. Much tighter this time. The shadows is it really makes it very hard to see the curves, but that is the same for everybody. So. This one is very tricky too, because if you come too fast, you just eat the trees there on the left. The tires are getting up to temperature, but not quite yet. One tire more. It always feels like you can do faster, you know, the turns, but has a very big risk that if you overdo it, you just go spinning all over the place, and there's so many bumps as well. So I'm using the danger light from CBR now, but I wasn't using that before, but actually it's very useful because you can damage the car not only with high revs but also with lower revs. So that's why you might hear me that I click. I race with keyboard, guys, in case you didn't see any of my videos before. So I'm clicking the throttle key just to keep up the revs. Because if the revs are too low, it gives you a higher chance of having some troubles. I don't remember exactly what, but yeah, valve or whatever, and trying to avoid it. So the track is not just the track; you also have to avoid the mechanicals. And so far, during my testing, I didn't have any mechanical issues except hitting a tree, for example. and that makes me worry because normally every time I do practice session without any mechanical issues, then I have them in the race. Just cross fingers and hope that is not the case. Have behind Giuseppe Bostini that is gonna come right after me in the grid. Let's go to pits. Well, welcome to the grid, guys. And let me just make sure that I load my estimated laps 49. We do 37, but as I mentioned, the last 10 liters, at least with 10 liters that I tried, the car was the engine was sputtering, so I put more fuel and hope that I don't need to pit, which would mean that I don't crash at any point in the race, which is gonna be very hard to avoid. So how many people do we have? Well, we have 17 here, but not in the server, but not you see a lot of cars there. I wonder if we have 9 people in the end. Okay, so I have for 50 laps, it says here.
Okay, let's get going. To start the engine, press and hold the extra A button
So
for up to 5
I
seconds.
start in third, but we are in the same line. I see here there's a grid of 3. Okay, so where is the fourth Ferrari? Must be, oh, Bostini, there it is. We have Kreuzner, is very fast. If he had a Ferrari, he would be in the front for sure. And Bostini, he's very fast. I think it's Ulisse Felice, the driver in the Interwar. Very fast, but crashes a lot, unfortunately. Let's hope that he has a clean race like the rest of us. And I'm just praying to have a good start and don't stall the engine. But anyway, even if I get past, I'm gonna try to keep it cool because this is a very long race, and every time that I've done mock races, this is the engine. I like to use this here to see, you know, if you have a hit or whatever, see where is the engine level, or if you rev too much, etc. Let me put this in here. Temperature, I leave this for you guys. I don't really look at that. This is good to see if there's any people coming to lap you. And at 2 minutes I'm gonna start the engine. Make sure that we don't go you get like a false start if you don't start the engine on time. you get sent to the pits. So we really want to avoid that. Okay. This uses a little bit of gas, but minimal. And this car at least doesn't stall, because the Bugatti T59 I raced last time at Molnery, even standing still on the grid here, if you didn't give it gas, it would let's tap the horn. Good luck, guys, good luck. Yeah, I'm recording. I had to turn down the ambient sounds a lot, because this car is very loud, and the Ferraris, if they are around me, they are also very, very loud. So yeah, and I also lowered it in my headphones, which is always otherwise louder than what you hear. I have it like in the middle of the sound for me. Okay, let's see if we make it to the first corner. I'm in the inside, so I'm surprised that yeah, I guess the racing line is on the outside, but the inside is an advantage, right? I don't know. So if I have a good start, and maybe I can get past Kate Thorne here on turn 1, but I'm not gonna go crazy though until the last third of the race and see where we are at there. Hopefully no mechanical issues. Come on guys, see you on the other side, wish me luck. Here we go. Okay, I passed Kate. Oh. Where do I pass him? Oof. What a chaotic. What a chaotic start. Come on. Have to be careful because the tires are very, very cold. Come on. Okay, we survived lap 1. 36 to go. Come on. A yellow somewhere. Someone. Oh. So Arnie is the fastest, but he only did 3 laps of testing, and I guess that came to bite him in the end. Try to accelerate when the car is on a straight line to avoid losing the rear. To 28, that's alright. Here I'm much slower than the rest, I know, but with the keyboard, this type of turns are quite hard. It seems that here is where I gain a lot of time. I'm much slower in other parts, but here seems that I'm faster. Oh, don't tell me there's a yellow in this part. It is. There's no place there. Okay. There's a yellow, you need to let go. Oh, did he touch? Did he touch? I'm not talking too much, guys, because as you can imagine, I need to concentrate. I'm willing to let this guy go and see if you can finish the race. And see how long it takes for Arnie to get up to speed, because he's very fast. Good pass. You overshoot it. Oi! You go. My bad. Sorry. Okay. The escape zone is not very far behind. I need to take care of my tires because I want them to last the whole race. Yeah, he's faster than me, so Bostini and me. Come on. Oh, Arnie's still in the pits. 231, 228 would be very good. I would sign right now to finish in second. Even if Kate passed me, since Arnie had that problem, I could be in the podium. But until the end, like we say in Spanish, until the tail everything is bull. Hasta el rabo todo es toro. He made a great pass here. It's not easy because there's not much room. I need to focus on my lap times, because otherwise I'm gonna have a K-Thorn behind me in a moment. Come on. So we are on lap 6 and the tires are at 2 tire wear. Yellow. What happened? Oi, 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 oi. Don't let the yellow be for me. Oh, Thorn. Shit, this is so easy, and I wouldn't be surprised if I have the issue too. So 229, that's better. Falling behind on Postini, but be careful. At least we are still in one piece. Maybe even better like this, so I can just focus on my, instead of blocking as I was when he was behind me, just trying to keep the car on the road. That is not easy task by itself, and let's see, because we can also have an issue. There's still a long race ahead. Try to focus in 10 lap blocks. We're on lap 7. See lap 10 how are we doing on tires. You don't lose that much changing tires. I mean, these cars now are much faster in the pits. You have to avoid that, revving the car too much. I decided to use the CBR warning light. I didn't use it before because, as you see, I have the standard Assetto Corsa and a gauge there for the gears and the speed. The speed is for people who watch. More than for me is to know what gear I am in. You know, when driving with the keyboard and not using a selector, it's harder to know. I need to concentrate. I'm doing a lot of mistakes. Okay, Arnie is out of the pits, and he's a very fast guy. Thank you, Hausler. I don't know what I was talking about. Yeah, I need to try to avoid that. I wasn't using the severe danger light because I have the analog, well, the gauge that you see there, which when the revs get to red is before actually than the danger light. But because we also can damage the car with low revs, and I wouldn't know that. That's why I'm using it, because if you are going with too low revs, the danger light also flashes. So that's why I press the throttle when I'm going slow. You can see, to give it a little bit of rev, RPMs to the engine, and try to avoid damaging. But the way it goes is a risk percentage, right? Every lap it refreshes, and depending on your driving and all that, there's a risk, if I understand correctly how it works. That is, but I think it's like that. So every lap, when you cross the line, it refreshes and see what is the chances of having, yo que sé, I don't know, a fuel tank, fuel pump or something like that. And if you drive not very careful, in the end you can have those. But there's also a random that you can always have, so you never know. The 229, I would be happier with 228. My fastest lap was 226. Also with race fuel though. I always do the practice with race fuel to get use of the car, and as laps go down, maybe you improve. The tires get to temperature and fuel go down, and you get a better lap. But I always go with race fuel. Very slippery. I found the car is very lively in the rear, and I have the brake bias at 56. The car by default I think is 66 or 60, 65, 66, something like that. I have it at 56, and the roll bar that for what I read in circuits with bumps and curves like this one, is recommended to use it soft. I just can't. I couldn't drive. It was so nervous for me. So I have it almost to the max, stiffened. Sometimes it goes with the feeling, not what it should be, I usually drive most of the cars under steering though. I don't know, maybe with keyboard, driving with keyboard is easier for me, whatever the reason. But I usually tend to put the brake bias. That's a 228, that's nice. The brake bias to the front. And what I've done is reduce the braking power to 95%. A yellow around here. Where? Okay, the zone again. I hope we can continue. So I reduce the brake power to 95% so I don't lock up the fronts. Because I have it so much, the balance so much to the front. And there's the other parameters now that you can, like the radiator and the brake ducts. So where I have the radiator just 1/4 closed. I tried with half, that gives you better speed, but this is not a speed circuit, so it doesn't really matter. And I noticed that the temperatures were going up, like after 10 laps or so, it was like 81 degrees, sorry. There's no way to pass here. Not an easy place here to pass. Come on. 232. Thank you. Come on. Postini is gonna lap me soon. It was so fast. Come on. Come on. Lap 11. Is that Arnie behind? I'm gonna let him pass. Take very fast. I don't know how many laps he is down. 2 or 3. So we're going to fight him right now. .231, very slow. Well, I was passing park markers, so Oh, look at those flames, so nice. Yeah, we're not fighting with him now. 2:28 is still a good lap for me. Yeah, he's not doing that mistake again. That turn is very deceptive. To me, it always feels that I can do it faster, but I just want to take it. And here also, you can go faster, but the rear is so lively. This car, it just snaps on you. I prefer to err on the safe side. So far it's working. Laps. That's my number, lucky 13. Lap 14, 2:28, good. If I can do 2:28s, I'll be happy. Here you have to be so patient before opening the throttle. So we are at 4 tire wear. Come on. So officially the halfway would be what? 18 laps? Wait, see these shadows on the track makes it so hard to see the curves and all that. I use this bent tree there on the right, I tell you my braking spots. So now there's a patch on the at the end of the straight. There's a patch of cement or concrete or something like that on the tarmac. So you will see it right on the left there. I go down to third to slow down the car, but then I shift to fourth very quickly to let the car go. Here I don't really know the braking point. I brake quite early to make sure. And here usually when the light turns in, and there's a tree here. This tree I brake just a little bit before giving throttle. That patch on the road is where I shift to fourth, so I don't have too much power, you know. Sometimes it's better to go to a longer gear so the car doesn't have all that torque. And here I missed the braking point, to tell you so. Here I use another patch on the road. Here it is. I brake there. Go down to third. There's another one here. I go down to second. Now if I'm going too slow, okay, don't rev the engine. And here usually I brake just passing the light post. Make sure I don't hit this wall. Here I go down to third, brake a little, and then give gas. Here there's a paint tree, there it is. I let go. I don't brake, but I don't. Careful with the throttle, because if the car is not another paint tree, if the car is not straight, if you accelerate very strong, it just goes away. Lap 16, 228, that's okay, I'm happy with that. And repeat, rinse and repeat. It seems so easy, but it's so hard to hit your spots every lap. Okay, don't overrev the engine. See that the rear just goes. Hey, how much on the steer there? At this post is where I turn. Here you have to be careful because if the slides quite a lot, so I try not to rev too much, not too much torque, and go to a higher gear. Come on. So tire wear is at 5, lap 16. Oh, there it is. I didn't have a problem in the whole, what's it called, the whole practice that I've done. I hope this doesn't jeopardize my podium bit. I'm gonna go to pits and fix it right now, because it shouldn't take long. The damage is very small. before it goes harder, and prepare the engine. In the pits. Okay, I'm gonna prepare all of that. Take a quick drink. Almost didn't have time to drink. Come on. Yeah, it was only 0.1 damage. So I have to try to avoid revving the engine to avoid that. The valve, actually, I don't know if it's from revving too much or low RPMs. I don't remember. But anyway, let's hope that that was our share of problems for the race. That's it. I think I'm still in second. I'm gonna shift gears before, and I'm gonna go to the red here. Cold tires now though, be careful with that. It's very slippery like on lap 1. Okay. I'm still on the lead lap? I think I am. Let's see now, crossing the line. How much time did I lose? Don't rev the engine. Hey. Okay, I almost lost it. The tires are up to temperature now. .57. Okay, so I lost like almost half a minute. I mean, Bostini is gone for sure, unless he has some issues himself. I'm worried about Arnie though, because he's very fast and he's gonna be catching up like crazy. And going to the pitch, it doesn't help. With Kate Thorne, I think we are very similar pace, so and he had a lot more troubles. So I think we have been covered. But Arnie, I won't be surprised if he takes the second from me. Okay, tire wear 6. When it reaches 10, it starts to get slippery. So we'll have to watch when we get to that point. No, don't rev. I don't want more valve problems again. Try to be as clean as possible from now on. Come on. 228, nice. 2-2. Take care of the engine. Oh, thank you. No, don't rev that much. Okay, lap 20. To 28 again, good. I think that's my fastest lap. Okay, I'm on the lead lap. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if I get lapped soon, which will mean one less lap to do. This beautiful but so demanding track. Need to keep focusing. Oof, I almost touched the curve in there. So 20 laps and the tires are, well, I have one at 7 now. Should be good. 12 laps to go. Here there's a gate there on the right. That's where I go down to 1 gear, and then at the lamppost I turn to get the apex. Because at the beginning of the race, seems like I was starting to open a little bit of a gap because gate was blocking Giuseppe, but there was a yellow and I lift because you don't know where you're gonna find a car, you know. I always lift when there's a yellow, but these guys just yellow, no yellow, they just came after me, and I think that Gaethon touched me and he lost the car at some point. I hope it wasn't my fault. 229, I need to keep the 228 if possible. My lap times have been pretty consistent for the most part. I'm happy with that. We are now at 7 on both fronts. Okay, Thorn again. Well, I think we have been covered for the podium. Now the only thing is we will be able to stay ahead of Arnie and avoid having any issues ourselves, because at this moment, at any moment, you can have something, especially when the tires start becoming more slippery. So for sure, after we hit the tire wear 10, whatever the point that is, I'm gonna ease up a little bit and take it much easier. Arnie had his troubles on the first lap, so well, he did change the tire because one was got exploded, but I mean, it won't be much of a difference. Well, depending on how many laps, be careful. He was down, right? His tire should be a little fresh compared to ours. Come on, lap 22. Almost 230 is too slow, but it's alright. Right now I think it's my podium to lose. Have to try to keep it steady, but don't slow down too much, just in case, because you never know. If Giuseppe Postini has a problem ahead, or he's stuck. Or maybe he's changing the tires, waiting for the mechanic. You can actually, if you just press the handbrake for 5 seconds, the mechanic will go get a tire and change it on the spot. And you can see on the app, on the top left corner, there's a number that is moving. It has the spares SH, that is the soft compound that I'm using, and then you can see the numbers moving, the meters. So there are stacks of tires, like back in the day it was like this. There were mechanics team members around the track with tires in case you have a problem and you needed to change. So you can drive to where it says 0, that would be where they actually are, but you can do it at any place, and depending on how far you are from the stack of tires, the mechanic has to run over there, pick up the tire, come back, and then change it. So yeah, it's very realistic. It's very cool feature. It sucks when it happens to you during the race, but at least you have the chance to, in case you cannot go back to pitch for maybe like K-Thorn there, you can get the mechanic to go, even though soon, in this case, it won't be the mechanic, it will be yourself, the driver, because they don't have a mechanic beside anymore. Hey, don't rev. I see here it's too early. He's not here anymore. I hope he continues. And my right hand is starting to get a little numb, to tell you the truth. At least this race I'm at home, so I'm used to my chair, my desk, everything. Previous races I was in a business trip in New Zealand, in Australia, and you don't know what desk you are getting until you get to the hotel, and hoping the internet works well and all that, At 24, so I'm like half a lap down. The Postini is too fast for us today. If he doesn't have any issues, if we can get this car no, it's too far away. At the end of the... Okay, Thorn is on the pits. Not easy place to pass, not easy place to let you go through either. Probably racing the car ahead. Get out of my way, mother trucker. Yeah, he's racing Vico here for 4th, but you have to see the blue flags. Not an easy place to pass here. But we made it. Come on. 233, my goodness. Oh, he went to pits. We're racing. He probably had to put some gas. He just came out ahead of us. Did he change tires? See, those back markers. He probably has cold tires now. Those back markers, the time that I lost with the 5th position, that meant that I came out in 2nd. Otherwise, I could have passed him in the pits. He's faster than me though. He already saw that, so let's see if I can keep with him this time around. And my tires are at 8. Oh, now it's starting to show that I have a low fuel, even though I have for 24 laps. So let's see. Yeah, now his tires are at temperature. Well, let's just keep going our rhythm and see if he has any issues, if he's faster than me. But we're close. It always gives you a chance. 231 is slow. However, taking into account the tires and all that. If I didn't have the valve problem, I probably would be ahead too, by a few seconds. He would catch me, but you know, you have to push. Because when mistakes can happen, I'm not gonna push. I'm just gonna try to keep my lap times and keep the car on the track that is starting to get slippery. And see if he has any issue back inside. I touched the curve there. Don't. Me cago en la puta madre.
Dash it all, the radiator is damaged. This can lead to cooling problems and eventually
Start the
even
block.
engine meltdown. Monitor
Start the
water
engine.
temperature carefully. To fix it, you should make a stop. Repair the engine.
Okay, there are cars coming. Oh, Ragnarsson is on the pits again. Well, that was my bid for the first place. Cold tires again, be careful. Radiator damage, let's see if the temperature goes up. Hopefully it doesn't. We have 10 laps, so I'm not gonna go in to repair unless we get into the reds. Revving the engine is not gonna help. Yeah, the rear is very lively now. Well, and cold tires too. Come on. Okay, now we have the fuel in the red. So as you can see, there's 10 laps left, and I have for 22. That's why I went with more fuel than needed. I don't know what the fuck I did. I touched the curb, right? Come on. Well, the temperature is at it's at 70 still, so I guess it's good. Arnie, I'm gonna let him go when he gets close. He's having a lot of issues. He's by far the fastest of the gentlemen. I think he was a professional at Interworld. He will be a professional soon when we finish the championship for sure. Wait. They're very loose. The car is getting very loose here. stage of the race, I think, is fine. Tires are at 9. My rear tire is not warm. Let him go. What, he doesn't go? I want him to go first, to go ahead, but he doesn't want to pass. Maybe he has mechanical issues. Oi, very loose there. See the tires. He must have some mechanical issue. You see the light, the tangent light turned on there because the revs were too low. The temperature is not going up, so I don't need to fix the radiator. It was just a small tap. I was lucky. The tires are now at 10, so it's slippery. I would be happier if Arnie was ahead of me. 228, that's good. I don't know if he's not pushing on the straight to give me some space, or he has some mechanical, maybe lost a gear or something. Here he catches me up very, very fast. Or maybe he's just trying to get me make a mistake. But he's in 8th, so he didn't recover positions. Well, I don't see him. Where is he? I hope he didn't have an issue because of me. Well, I gave him the chance to pass and he didn't want to. Or he couldn't. Who knows? Oh, no, don't rev the engine like that. Please, Dario. Bring it home now. I'm very happy with a second position. Giuseppe was just too fast today for me. I mean, in lap times, he was just like 0.2 seconds ahead or something like that. But his pace is more consistent, as you can see. Well, the valve problems, it wasn't maybe my driving. It's probably my revving the engine and all that. The lap 32, 229 is still decent. At this point, take it easy. There's only 5 laps. Point in going crazy. I lost a lot of time with that spin. That put me out of contention, and only a crash or something weird from Giuseppe. But it wouldn't be deserved though. He's the most consistent today, so he deserves to win. I just want to make sure I deserve the podium. Take care of the car now. I hope the sound is good and you can hear me well. This engine is very loud. I love the sound of the engine though. It's like this deep voice. It sounds like a Formula car. Really. Oh, he's back in the pits. definitely has some issues. Lap 33. Let's bring it home. My elbow is hurting also. The right hand is the hardest. This is where I do the steering. I have the clutch in there too. The clutch only for the start and when I spin. Oh, be careful. Feel the rear spinning away. It's hard to tell with the keyboard how do you feel the car, but I don't know, maybe because I'm so used to it, I've been doing it for years, but I do feel it. And also the sound, you notice the sound of the wheels spinning and all that. Well, definitely I'm not going to fix radiator. I'm gonna change tires. Now it's all the way to the end. Try to keep the car in the track, on the track. That is starting to get a little slippery. So lap times are gonna go up. And next Wednesday, actually, I have joined some servers. Syndicate, I think it is. They have a race this next Wednesday. The WSC 60s car at the Glen, and it's a 10 minutes qualifying, I think, and 2 races of 30 minutes each, the second one in reverse order, and I'm gonna participate. It's the first in, first serve. There's only 3 cars of each, so I'm gonna try to race with a Ferrari P3 Drogo, something like that. Has a little less power than the 330. It's a small track and the most powerful cars. I found it very difficult. I tried the P3. I'm a Ferrari 340, as I mentioned before, so if I can, I try to choose a Ferrari, even if it's not the fastest, the best, or whatever. I'm not a fast driver anyway, so it doesn't matter. And the thing is that I'm gonna be on a business trip. Well, business trip is just I'm going to have dinner in Bangkok with a client, and I come back the next day. The only thing is that the flight arrives. No, this one is fine. This one I arrive in the afternoon, like 8 or 9, something like that. And the race will be like this, a little earlier. I think it's 4 a.m. for me. Low level fuel. Okay. With 20 liters, huh? With 20 liters, it's gonna start doing sputtering around. Okay. Well, there's only 2 laps, so I'm not gonna put fuel or anything. Kreuzner is there. I don't know. I think I have a lap on him. That should be okay. So anyway, yeah, I think it's 4 a.m. I'm gonna take part on that and see how it goes. I'm not used to, well, it would be my first race with touring cars online. Let's see how I do. I probably will be the last, so the second race I could start first. It's just for fun. And then the following Wednesday, there's a 1955 Formula One. That one is gonna be harder because I have another business trip. I'm going to Korea, and I think I come back. Like I arrive at the plane. Is scheduled to land at 1 a.m. at night, and the race is at 4. So if there's no delays, you never know. I can make it home around 2:30, 3 a.m. So we will just get ready to race. And that, yeah, I don't remember the track though. But it would be something cool. And then I have also signed to the Revival server for the Bridgehampton 500 with I signed up with a Ferrari 250 GTO. Thank you. Okay, 2 laps, this and another one, and that's it. Oi, oi, oi. I almost lost it there. Don't you worry, Pico. Thank you. I'm not racing for position with Giuseppe. He's way ahead, so well, good. Now it's just bring it home. It's getting slippery now. But oh good, it was a pleasure driving a Ferrari. It is on the last lap, so half a lap behind. Don't screw it up now. He did a heck of a race. That pass he did on that well, any part of the track is very complicated here. Here, for example, it looks very wide, but actually the racing line is narrow. It's very hard to. I didn't do much effort to keep him behind anyway, because The only thing that could happen is that we both crash. Last lap. Come on. Be second. It's been a long time since I got a podium. I got a podium in Monaco at Interworld. And I got another one, I don't remember where. Because Monaco was very sweet. Here I could have gotten a podium, but I threw it away. Trying to finish without changing tires. And I lost it on the last lap with the Alfetta. After leading 20 laps, had a very cool fight there with Vesa Tolonen, this Garamond, the main developer of this car. He had some mechanical issues though, that's why I was competing with him. He's much faster. But we had a good time. Here I remember I lost the car. Once you get no rubber, these tires get to 20. At any moment, it just the grip just disappears, and you can. There's no way to turn. Just every turn is almost a spin. I spin down there at the hairpin, and Amaro Tirano passed me, which is he was the organizer of the Interworld. So no better person to lose the position to. After all the work that he did for us, for fun. He raced here, but I think he didn't finish. Okay, let's go to the checker flag. There it is. I'm so happy. Tears in my Ferrari. No tears, tears of joy. Look at that car. It looks like a bathtub. What, really? See how it sounds from the outside. My goodness, that's loud, huh? Oh, it's so hard to drive on this with this camera. Hey, there are the flames. Whee! Okay. Oh my goodness, my elbow. My right arm is completely numb now. How long did this take? I don't know. Anyway, so Giuseppe Bostini with a Privatier Ferrari finished first. Yeah, hour and a half, right? 93 minutes, my goodness. Yeah, so I finished almost a minute behind in the end. With that spin that I had, I lost like 20 seconds, I guess. So yeah, but he passed me, or he passed me. He just came out of the pits ahead of us and see how much distance he put on me. So fast today. So congrats, a big applause for him. Congrats. Dario Allende, the Spaniard, the Privatier with a Ferrari in second. My first podium of the post-war career simulation. I'm very happy. Awesome car. Von Kreuzner, you see, as soon as this guy gets a Ferrari, he's gonna be fighting with Arnie. That today had that issue at the first lap. Otherwise, he would have been gone very, very fast. So with the Bugatti T35, he finished third, which is amazing. Charlie Weston in fourth with another Bugatti. Vico Koffler fifth. Magnus Hausler sixth. And Kate Thorne, I guess he didn't... Did he finish the race? It says 92 minutes. With the other privateer Ferrari, the blue one, in 7th position. Arnie had the trouble we mentioned in 8th. And that's it. Only eight people. George Hope is so fast. This guy is very, very fast. Alvin Amaro, did he crash on the first lap or something? Because I think he took part on the race. Oh no, we'll have to see. But anyway, I'm ecstatic, as you can imagine. Just to finish it, because all the practice runs that I did, I didn't reach lap 20. I always crashed and a lot of problems. I did have a spin, but fortunately, we're lucky and the radiator damage was minimal. Didn't affect the times. I have that valve issue, but we went early to pit and get it fixed very fast as well. So overall, very, very happy. I'm on the leading lap, almost a minute behind, but yeah, very happy. Check the links in the video description for the Discord if you want to have a look and join us. You see, the participation wasn't very high today. The more, the better. And next year, for 1949, there will be 6 Ferraris, so it's gonna get harder and harder for me. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please take care, be safe, and hope to see you with the next one. Bye for now.